everyone, and welcome to Journey with the Colors. My name is Amanda Keller, and today we are back in the Keller Kitchen. So today we are going to be doing our next project from the Magic of Gingerbread cookbook. I'm not sure if you call this a cookbook or not, whatever. But today we are going to be making a candle holder with gingerbread. Now, I'm actually going to change this up a little bit. I got the idea from the book, but the decorations and stuff that I'm going to do are all me, just because one, this is a candle thing for Christmas time, and it's fall and almost Halloween, so I decided to make it for fall instead. Also because this involves flooding the cookies and doing all that, and I just really I don't really like flooding the cookies and doing all that stuff. It's just not my style. I am more of a let's decorate this thing with candy thing and go wild and all of that. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I am using some of the things that they gave us. So the original thing is you get a hurricane that holds a candle like this. It can be a little bit wider than this, a little bit shorter than this. And you can always make the circle of gingerbread that you're making for this bigger as well. So you're just going to use this. You're going to have a base, a circle made out of gingerbread, and you're going to just set this on top of there, okay? And then eventually you're going to stand the cookies up and stuff around it, and it's going to be a pretty nice looking candle holder. Now the thing is that like I said, for them it was for Christmas, so they just did these little houses that they had in different sizes. And so there's a big one, a smaller one, and then a medium-sized one, and you're supposed to do several of these to cover the things. I decided I was only going to do a big one, a small one, and a medium one on each candle holder, and then I used cookie cutters to make like a little cat. Here's like a little potion barrel, a pumpkin, I have a witch's hat, and then a couple of leaves. Okay, so I'm going to be using those. Now, if you were doing the Christmas version, you would do more of these houses, and then instead of the Halloween stuff, you would do like a tree, a couple of tree cutouts, and make them look like little trees. So it would take a couple, like 2 bigs, 2 smalls, and 2 mediums of the houses to do the Christmas one. And if you want to flood them, the basic design for these is they flooded the roof. So they outlined the roof and flooded the roof, and then left the bottom part of the house just open and put like dots and maybe some jelly beans and stuff like that on there. Today we are mainly going to use all candy, okay? So I have some M&Ms, I have some Reese's Pieces, I have some jelly beans, and then I bought the fall mixture of the candy corn that has the candy corn and the pumpkins in it. So we're just going to see how this is going to come out. Now, originally you would have flooded this bottom round piece, the base of it. You would have outlined it in white and then flooded it in white, waited for it to dry, and then put the candle on top by putting a big dab of frosting on the bottom and putting it on top. But since we're doing this all in candy today, I don't have to do that part. And I am actually making 2 of these. I'm going to give one to my mom's because I figured while I was making them, I might as well make one for my mom too. So what I am going to do, because I am doing this in candy and I wanted to make sure that I didn't get the candy covered up where the candle was going to be, I'm going to go ahead and actually place this on there, okay? And this is probably easier, actually probably easier to put it in the middle of the, that was kind of silly. Put it in the middle of the thing, okay? You can put as much as you want down here too, because, you know, you're not going to see it. Candle's going to be on top, okay? So you can get that on there. Now, like I said, if you guys want to do the more Christmassy theme one, you could just outline this and then flood it like we have in some of the other videos. Wait for it to dry and then place this candle on top and decorate all your cookies and wait for them to dry. Now, I am going to have to wait for the cookies to dry before I can place them on here, but I'm hoping that they will pretty much be dry by the end of today, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I kind of want to use the Reese's Pieces on the bottom of this. So there's going to be orange and brown and red, or orange and brown and yellow, I'm sorry. Just dotted around the base of the candle in just random colors. I'm not gonna do it in a pattern. I'm basically just gonna grab one out of the bag and stick it on there. Okay, oops, I stuck that one to my finger instead. So I'm just gonna place these all around the base of the candle as close together as I can. So, and then I will, come back and show you guys how it turned out. And then I'll show you guys how I'm gonna do some of the cookies, okay? All right, so I'll be back in just a minute, guys. So I got the bases all done. They look really cute. I did end up, instead of individually putting a dot of icing on each one, I ended up just putting icing on the base and then sticking the Reese's Pieces in there. Although that might have been a good idea to dye it brown before I did that, because you can't see the white icing. But you know what? Today I'm kind of doing a lazy day gingerbread, because I don't want to dye any icing today. I just kind of want to decorate with candy. So that's what we're doing. So now I'm going to move on to the cookies. I haven't figured everything out yet as far as what candies I am going to use where. I do know, like, the cauldron will probably be black with maybe something a little bit of a different color up at the top. So I'll probably use M&Ms for that. The cat will probably also be black. So I'll probably be using M&Ms for that. And of course the pumpkin will be orange, so I will probably be using Reese's Pieces for that. And if I can find a little green M&M to use for the leaf, then I will do that, and maybe a little brown one for the stem. The leaves, I'm thinking about doing them in a multitude of colors, just because fall leaves are in multiple colors. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to mix colors together on one leaf, or maybe do one leaf like a orange, one leaf a brown, maybe one leaf even a little bit of green mixed in, or I might just combine it all together to make different colors on the leaves. Not quite sure about that yet. The witch's hat, I'm either going to do in green or black. I haven't decided yet. So that will be something else. The houses, I am thinking about just outlining the houses on the bottom parts in white, and then maybe just doing the tops of the roofs with some candy, but I'm not quite sure on that yet. So that's something I'm still trying to figure out. Okay. All right, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these decorated. I'll come back and show you guys what I did and give an explanation. I also forgot to tell you, if you do need the gingerbread recipe, it is on my gingerbread cookie puzzles video. It's at the beginning of that, as well as the royal icing recipe, but you are welcome to use your own gingerbread recipe or whatever. I do know that this one does taste pretty good if you're looking for one, especially if you've got kids and you know they're probably going to eat it. This is a pretty good recipe for eating as well as for decorating. Okay, but you're welcome to use any gingerbread house recipe that you want to use. That is, fine with me. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my cookie cutters done up, and I will come back and show you those, and then we will let these dry for a little bit before we put the cookies around the candle holder. So I will be back as soon as I get all my cookies decorated. I figure out what I'm doing. So I'll be back. Okay, you guys, so here they are all finished. So first, here is the candles with the Reese's Pieces bottoms. I think they came out pretty good. Like I said, you can see the white icing, but I'm not worried about it, you guys. I'm not selling these or anything. These are just for fun. I've wanted to do it, so I'm doing it. And then, so some of these kind of came out weird. So I decided to just do the houses, like little ghost houses. And so this one's kind of like a cyclops. And then these two have little faces and stuff on them. And the pumpkins and the cat. And I put one green eye in this one and one yellow eye in that one. I figured it would look okay for them to be that big because, when you see cats at night, their eyes shine. They look huge. Then the witch's hats came out pretty good. And then I did the leaves with the candy corn. I thought it looked really cute. And I think they did come out really cute. So I really like the candy corn leaves. So the cauldrons. So I remembered that I had lifesavers from the last project I did. And so I used those to try to make it look kind of like, like something bubbling up out of the cauldron. And then I used jelly beans for the bases. But of course I didn't have enough color of one jelly bean. So I just kind of did them in multiple colors. Not so sure that they turned out all that great, but you know what? Who cares? It was fun. The idea was great in my head. Just, didn't quite come out the way I was hoping. But I think they still all look really cute, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let these dry for a little while, probably for a couple of hours maybe, and then I will come back and show you guys how to assemble the cookies around our candle on the base. I'm not really sure that all of these are going to fit. We may just have to leave some of them off. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, so I'll be back in a little bit to show you guys how to fit them around your candle, and then we'll be done. So I'll be back. You guys, so I think these are dry enough now that we can put them together. Now, I would suggest, too, when you're doing this, to have some kind of thicker base to set this on. I didn't do that this time. I didn't even think about it. But, yeah, you might want to get a base so that you can have something underneath of this, okay? All right, so basically what you would do if you were doing the Christmas house is you would have several of these different size houses. And you would just take them and basically glue them on with the frosting all the way around the outside of the candle. But since we only have 3, I'm just gonna kind of place them. So I'm just gonna put like one here, and then I should have made a 4th one so I could do one on each side. Let's do one here, and then one back here, or one up here. There we go. And I'm just putting icing right on the back and putting it right against the glass, okay? And that should hold it, okay? So then let's see, what do we want to put back? Let's put a pumpkin in the back here. So the same thing, okay? There we go. The pumpkin wants to spin a little bit. There we go. Okay. So then you can just layer stuff up, and it may be better to put, some of the bigger items. I'm sorry, my dog is barking. It may be better to put some of the bigger items in the back, and then put the smaller items, the smaller houses coming out for like a 3D effect. I don't know why my dog is barking. I'm so sorry. She's throwing a fit about something. Oh no, I just knocked his eyeball off. Let's put him back on here. There we go. Okay, and so let's put the cat right here. If I can. Oops. Stick my fingers right in it. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just gonna kind of place like, oh, not there because there's a house there already. So I'm gonna put this house kind of over here. Make sure there's enough frosting so he'll stick. And so the other stuff you're gonna stack kind of along the outside of those that you just put in, so that they kind of do like a 3D effect, okay? And we're gonna put the witch hat right here. And hide in the house a little bit. Okay. There we go. Spin it so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, let's put a leaf here. Because everything's not the same size, it's not quite working out. Okay, I think the leaf should go here. And the cat should go here. Almost like he's walking off, maybe. Not sure how I'm gonna get him to stick though. He may just be too big and we may not be able to use him. So I'll set him aside for a little bit later. I'm gonna put the smaller house in between here. Oops, my bag just leaked icing. Maybe if I can fit them in between those two, kind of like it's a little bit hidden, that would be good. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, and then let's see here. Where do we want to put this other leaf here? Oops, you look like you're about to fall. I guess we could put another one right there. Won't cover up the house too much, which is what we don't want. think for this one I'm going to put some down here too, just to kind of have it a little bit of extra hold for when it dries. Okay. All right, now the cat, I don't know if I have any space for. I think it's a little bit too big for this. And this tree is, or this leaf is wanting to fall. Okay, so yeah, I think the cat's gonna have to stay off. But so that is it, you guys. See how that worked out? So, I mean, you can organize them any way. Oh, and that just fell. You can organize them any way that you want. That's just fine. However you want to do it, you know, have some fun with it, you guys. Make your own things up. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm not a professional. I'm not going to be selling this. This is just for me to have something cute to do. And so, yeah, I think it turned out kind of cute. And it was really fun to make. And that's the best part. Okay, you guys, so that's it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and get this one put together too. So like and subscribe, or if you like, or don't if you don't. Everyone have a good day. Enjoy your cooking. Keep your kitchen messy, and we'll see you later. Bye.